Hey everybody, I've just realised I've not actually shared my Jane Austen themed or Regency era themed as well glue book, I suppose you could call this one. I made this probably a couple of years ago now, maybe 18 months ago, and all I did was I had an old, I think this is a Reader's Digest book, and I've just altered the pages, so obviously I've ripped some out and made myself a little book to put all my favourite Jane Austen images and quotes and so forth in. So I thought I'd just come and share this. So the digital kit is from Dreams Etc. It's the Simply Jane collection. So that's the front cover, and I've used a Tim Holtz doorknob here and just some seam binding for the closure. So the back just is that there, and I just glued down a metal spiral and wound the seam binding through that there. The spine, I just have some seam binding, and I just made a little bit of a dangle on there. I'll probably add to that as the years go by. So just a quick flip through. It is quite large, so I will try my hardest to keep this quite quick and simple. So my front cover, doily tuck. The other side. It's from the Simply Jane ephemera pack. The images that you'll find I've actually downloaded from either Pinterest or Google or a bit of both. So a bit of stamping, and I left the bookmark section in because I thought if I go to write in it, then I can use this to mark where I got up to. I believe these are from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, one of her freebie downloads, I think. That's from the Simply Jane collection. And my images of Pride and Prejudice here, the 1995 mini series, I think these images are from. This paper is obviously just the pages from inside the book. I have my silhouette image and some quotes, and a cutout of the name Bath. My Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy page. So my quote is actually the proposal from Mr. Darcy to Elizabeth and her overwhelming response to his declaration of love. Just some paper that I can write on here. So again, these most of the digital downloads in here are from Dreams Etc. Got a pocket here. I don't have anything in it as yet. So on this side, journaling tag. Some seam binding. I've just popped some gesso on the page just to phase out the words behind it. That's from the Simply Jane collection. And just some flowers that I've put together and some stamping. And I can't remember where these are from. I just cannot remember. I'll just flip through the pages. Pocket with some journaling tags. They're from the Simply Jane collection. Just some lace and some flat back pearls. That's ephemera out of the Simply Jane collection. Some butterfly I had in my stash, just some stamping. And we have a tuck spot here with the doily and some of the ephemera ticket from the Simply Jane collection. Tag from Persuasion at Mansfield Park. Belly band. Now I think this is probably maybe the second book I've made for myself anyway. The first one I've not finished off the front cover, so I will do that and I'll share that one too. Journaling tag in there. Some more spaces. Flip there. And more paper from Dreams Etc. So I just filled this with all my favourite quotes and images from Jane Austen, really. I think everybody's starting to get the idea that I'm actually a Jane Austen freak, and I think I've just damaged my page. Never mind, I'll fix that. So that's also from the Simply Jane collection. And this here is also from the Simply Jane collection. Northanger Abbey images, which is my favourite out of all her 6 novels. Just an image on Google that I found. I'm sure it's floating around on Pinterest as well. Tuck spot with some lace, journaling tag. We put some seam binding on a paper clip just to hold it in so it doesn't fall out. That's another quote. And those have quotes on them. Again, I just cannot remember where I got them from. These are obviously Ephemera's Vintage Garden, some of her freebies. They're the Dreams Etc. papers in here. So sweet, beautiful. And I have started to write in here, so some of my favourite Sense and Sensibility quotes. Bit of a thing going on between Marianne and Eleanor Dashwood. And my blue page, so pages from the book I left and just put some lace. Some of the ephemera from the Simply Jane collection. I fussy cut this out from a Kaisercraft scrapbook paper that I had. I just popped in a quote here. I wish with all my soul his wife may plague his heart out. That's a quote from Sense and Sensibility. Some more places for me to write. These papers are just beautiful. I love all the images on these. Bingley, Mr. Bingley and Jane Bennet. And another pocket with some journaling cards. These are pages from the Simply Jane collection, and I just resized them, shrunk them down. Belly band here, another tag. This is the Netherfield Ball from Pride and Prejudice. Quote from Persuasion. And this quote's from Emma. This I think is my favourite page here. So I fussy cut a butterfly out, or the 2 butterflies. These images I found on Google. I'm sure they're on Pinterest as well. I think they're actually on my boards now. And this would be Jane Bennet on her horse riding over to Netherfield. And this would be the conversation between Elizabeth Bennet and her parents, probably over the whole marrying Mr. Collins thing. I like this one as well. So another side tuck with a tag, just some bling I had floating around and some trim. Another tag. This is the Waxworks image of Jane Austen that's was done, I think, not last year or the year before. Yeah, you'll find that over in England, I think, in one of the museums, Waxworks museums. It's a bit of washi tape. And this is the infamous picture of Jane Austen that I think everybody has an idea of what she actually looks like. These are some more of my favourite pages. Bit of collaging. So these are again Northanger Abbey and the Simply Jane collection here from Dreams Etc. Some more collaging. And this is beautiful. I thought it was very cute. So side tuck here, and I just shrunk down these pages to create a little booklet that I can write in as well. And I have stuck a doily onto this page. And again, that's the other side. This is Marianne and Eleanor Dashwood. And just an image from the internet. Love these dresses. I'd love to wear these dresses. They're so pretty. Might not be flattering, but anyway. And this here is an image. I think it's actually of Jane at her writing desk. And I have a quote here from Sense and Sensibility. I wish, as well as everyone else, to be perfectly happy, but like everyone else, it must be in my own way. That's from Sense and Sensibility. That's Marianne. This is probably one of my favourite images of Jane Austen. Of I believe Cassandra Austen, her sister, has produced that image, and it's just been reproduced by everybody else. Just a beautiful evening gown, a Regency evening gown from 1816. Just a tuck spot in here. And again over here, somewhere to journal. So that's the page I shrunk the booklet down for. Over here, I think it was. No, anyway, it's in there somewhere. I actually don't mind these glue books, they're actually quite fun. This is Scenes from Sense and Sensibility. And just made a booklet here that has a bit of a tuck spot in it. Just a little tag in this tuck spot here, just a bit of trim. It's little, I think a little tuck spot, or no, I think I glued it down. I think that actually was an accident. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know whether it was because I folded the page down and it imprinted. I can't remember. This little silhouette of Jane and a bit of a bling necklace. I think these were the file folders from the Dreams Etc. kit, and I've actually just cut the file folder section off and just made them into little journaling booklets. Little doily imprint there. I love Mr. Darcy. Who doesn't? Pocket with some more tags in it. And this paper collection's a Kaisercraft paper. Over here I have got my Dream Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Butterfly. That's just an image I found on the internet, the Regency era. So in here I have another pocket, another tag, and again I found this image on Google and just made myself a tag. And again the file folder that I just cut down. And a tuck spot there, and then we have a tuck spot on this side, which I've just put some postcards, and I've just distressed around the edges, make them look a bit more vintagey, and I can write on the backs of those. And the Anatomy of a Janeite. This is so funny. If you ever get to read it, it's just gorgeous. It's just a banner there. Keep in frame. And some more evening gowns of the Regency era. Ladies are out on a ride in their high perched phaeton. Another tuck spot. And this obviously looks like my Persuasion page with my Captain Wentworth. Very spunky. And that's a tuck spot in there. just some lace trim down the side there. Another quote, and that's from the Simply Jane ephemera pack as well. And this is another quote from Jane Austen: "To be fond of dancing was a certain step towards falling in love." So some more collaging. And another from Northanger Abbey. And that's just a quote there of the beginning of the Northanger Abbey book, of how it starts, and also the movie. And here I just have details about Jane Austen herself, so the date she was born, where she was born, the date of her death, where she died, and it just says accomplished authoress, the greatest female writer of her time. And over here we have another tuck spot. And this page here is all the books that Jane Austen wrote and when they were published. And this is a quote from Northanger Abbey, a conversation between Mr. Henry Tilney and Miss Catherine Morland when they were dancing. And the last page is just of all the places that get mentioned throughout her novels and movies. And that's the end. So there you have it, my Jane Austen Regency era themed glue book. So yeah, these are a lot of fun to make, so if you ever get a chance to make one, go right ahead. Okay, so there you have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.